It's a $20 bounty tournament. I was in a pot, and I'll see if I could. I'll show it to you. I lost quite a bit there. He made a $900 bet on the river. I was pretty sure he had the ace, but I called just to keep him honest. But should have probably raised him a bit to pretend I had the 6, but I didn't. And I should have raised on the turn, but my instinct was telling me that I was going to get rivered. And when I seen the river, I changed my mind. So if I would have listened to my instinct, I would have saved $900 or 900 chips, basically. Let's see. Getting evil. You gotta win these pots here, these the in-between pots. When you watch the pros playing online, they don't show you how to play hands when you got 3-4 big blind, because it's not TV worthy. So you got to learn how to play the in-between hands. I don't think he has a king, so I'm going to try to steal the spot from him. If you watch every one of my videos, I think I'm probably at 79 now. The next one I upload, this one will be probably 79. But if you watched all 78 of them, 79 of them, you're going to become a better poker player. You're going to become more dynamic. Because every video I get better. On this other real money website, I've been ranked professional 4 times, but it's rigged because twice I got demoted from professional to elite to expert to amateur over 3 consecutive weeks. So how do you go from professional to amateur? It's like going from the NHL to junior hockey in 3 weeks. You don't diminish in quality that much, and the league doesn't get better that much. And it happened twice. In all 4 times I've been professional, I've been on pace to get veteran, which is the next league up above professional. and then I go on an incredible unlucky streak. See, I don't think this guy has it. I'm gonna call and win, most likely. I'm getting dialed in. I'm getting really good, but unfortunately, people are able to cheat electronically. There's nanotechnology eye cameras. People are able to see your thoughts. My whole theory on that, go to www.change.org/technology. Read the video. Read the petition, watch the videos, make an informed decision. And if you agree, sign it, share it on social media, contribute a few bucks to get it on the agenda in your country, so a government task force can be set up with civilian and military oversight committees to keep Big Brother and bring criminals to justice, basically. People influence your life choices. They seduce you this way, so if you meet a girl, she'll know how to play you like a puppet, make you fall in love with her, have her kid, and then life rape you. It's a brutal system. It's been going on for a couple hundred years. They've been orchestrating pretty much everything bad in the world that we see publicly is caused by this secret organization where governments, perceived enemies on paper, are secretly working together, like Ukraine, Russia, China, USA. And it could all be changed. All you have to do is go to www.change.org/technology, sign the petition, share it on social media, and eventually people will, once the whole world is aware of this, then we could privatize our thoughts, because right now we're not able to privatize our thoughts. Ever since in 1942, for instance, Lucille Ball, she's a famous actress that passed away, but she had dental work done, and she picked up a radio station that only she could hear in her head. Nobody else could hear it. And then a few days later, she even helped pick up Morse code and help stop a Japanese spy ring. And this was at the height of World War II. So no doubt it won the war for the Allies, most likely. But the government's been using this technology on the population for most of us our entire lives. Your internal voice has been somebody behind a computer. So when you think and you pray to God, somebody's listening to it. And sometimes they answer your prayers, and most of the time they don't. They steal intellectual property this way. They violate your body, they rape your body. They're able to feel, like when I go to the washroom, people are able to feel what my penis feels like. If I masturbate, people feel that. My life is being raped by these people, and it could all change. All it takes is one influential person to sign it and share it on social media and get it on the agenda in your country. This happens in all countries. I live in Canada, and I've felt the system in United States of America, Cuba, France, England, Germany, Belgium, Denmark. I was approached by Chinese spies in Florida. Most likely Chinese spies. I thought they were military. And when I was in Cuba, I was approached by what I perceived as a former Russian KGB agent. But I'm loyal to mankind, basically. On paper, communism is the best because it's looking out for the collective, looking out for the entire herd. But people are greedy, there's corruption, and people lose ambition. innovation stops, so it's flawed. Like there's no communist system has lasted 100 years. But at the same time, democracy is flawed because you get the very rich, you get the Lamborghinis, but you also get the homelessness. So the ideal system would be, the only proven system is a monarchy. Monarchies could last thousands of years. And so a monarchy with a social republic government, basically. So you look after the herd, but you have the capitalism to, so the winners could win, but the losers are protected and more insulated. They don't get the best, but they're not starving. So you get a few less Lamborghinis, but no homeless. Will I get lucky? Nice. I had a draw there, but I was hoping for the fold. Part of me wants to jam, but I'm so unlucky that I'll call. I don't think he has the 2. He could have the queen. So I'm currently 13th out of 31 remaining. There's 43 entries, 6,935 average stack, and $159.64 going to first. And I'm on my first entry. It's not really, probably not advantageous to play a second entry because there's only $1,000 prize pool so far. So hopefully there's more. I'd probably wait till later on in the day for the later $20 tournament. which should be $2,500 prize pool, or $2,000. Better than $1,000 anyways. But I felt like playing poker this morning, so it's a beautiful sunny day where I'm at. So it's going pretty smooth. I'm stealing pots, chipping up. Okay, Mr. 22K sat down here. Blonde girly. Mrs. 22K. Okay, I'm gonna plant the seed. If somebody has a strong heart, they'll probably re-raise me. My move is on the river, basically. Good, there's no heart, so poker's math, but a lot of psychology. I set that play up on the flop. It wouldn't have worked if the heart came. I would have pulled the parachute. But probably wouldn't work next time I do it, but it does work when you do it randomly. What did she have? Kings. So I got lucky there. Probably could have got a bet on the river, but I didn't want to get greedy. Because if she would have put me all in, if I bet 1,000 or so, I would have reluctantly called, assuming I would have lost. I don't like my chances, so that's why I didn't jam. I didn't get a bounty, but I doubled up, which is fantastic. Should have put me in first place, second place, out of 34 remaining. I got lucky there. Normally I have the ace king and he has the aces. That's usually how it goes. I think Blonde Girlie has it. Maybe not. So hopefully me and Blonde Girlie get into a confrontation. I think I have her number. Let's see if she raises. She's on the button here, so she has the chips to raise. So let's see if she makes a play. Nice. It's unlikely either of them hit this flop, so I'll be suspicious of any bet. If he calls, he has the 10 or 2 pair. Don't get me wrong, sometimes they do hit that flop, but it was unlikely that time, I felt. I'm probably going to lose the flip. Because I don't get too many bounties in the $20 or $30 bounty tournaments, so I always lose. Nice. I didn't win, but I didn't lose. My flip percentage on PokerStars is atrocious. I try to avoid going in flips when possible. Usually when I go on a flip, like I'm calling this guy even though I have... Oh no, I won't. I thought he went all in. I would have called the 1500 chips, even though I had 10-3, because sometimes 10-3 wins, and I could have got a bounty. But he had a couple thousand chips behind him, so I didn't. But I have some chips to risk. I could speculate. Could sneak in there. Well, that's no good. Somebody could have the 8. But there's 1,800 chips in the pot. This guy's getting desperate. He still has lots of chips, though. I wouldn't be too desperate with 2,000 chips, because the blinds are only 90. So there's plenty of room to play. You could triple up or quadruple up, and then he has 8,000 chips. I don't think he has 4 or 5. He jams, I'm calling. I think he missed his flush draw. Oh no, that's a brutal card. I was hoping to get lucky on the river there. That was brutal. Good thing I only lost 4K there. I still have 23. I can't see 23-4. Well, I'm first in the tournament, which is I don't think I've ever went coast to coast. Maybe in a small tournament I have, but when there's 500 players, I've never went coast to coast when I've peaked to first place this early. Usually I end up with lots of bounties in that situation. But I know it's rigged, because every time I play a $20 tournament or a $30 bounty tournament, I never get bounties. Very rarely. Maybe I'll get 2 bounties. I always get unlucky. I'll run into situations like when I had the pocket 8s, when he jammed, he had pocket 8s. I'll run into situations like that. Or I could add pocket 8s, he would add pocket 7s, and they always hit. I could have ace king, they could have ace 3. They always hit when it's for a bounty, especially if it's a big bounty. I never get them. That's how I know it's rigged. I'm talking over years. Randomly played in these tournaments, maybe 20 tournaments over the past couple years. Probably have my premier to thank for that, Doug Ford. I'm gonna bounty hunt. Hopefully they have a low pocket pair. Didn't get lucky with 10, what did I have, 10-4. Odds are I wasn't going to get lucky, but I had enough chips to risk it. For the $7.50, it was worth it to me. Unless I lose this hand, a big pot this hand, then it wouldn't be worth it. Likely somebody has the ace. Akon has ace king, I think. Or 2 pair. Ace 10. Close enough to ace king. Same ballpark. Let's see what blonde girl he's raising with. That worked out. I'm glad I didn't see any more cards, because chances are she would have improved. Jam, jam, jam. With E6. Hi. So it's less likely he has the jack. He could have the 3. He possibly has a full house. I think I got rivered there. If the 3 didn't come, I probably would have called. See what I tell you, every time I have go for the bounty, I end up losing. Watch how many times it happens this video. Had him basically hooked, and every single time I lose. That's how come I know it's rigged. This is proof in this video. It's brutal. I don't mind winning hands, like grinding and chipping away, chipping up, but hands that you expect to come through, you expect them to come through. Pocket aces is one of those hands you expect to win with. Nice bet. There was a potential full house out there, so even if I hit my flush, he could have had me pocket kings. Or 4 of a kind. That's brutal. Aces and ace queen. I just lost quite a few chips. But you watch the rest of this video, guaranteed it's gonna happen again. Maybe not bounties, because I'm getting low now. I can't really, well, I do have several players that I have more than them. But when I have somebody going for a bounty, I'm gonna end up losing. I'll have them dominated. They'll make a bad play and get lucky against me. Jam. There's enough in the pot, so I'm gonna see a flop if it's cheap. Nice. Caught a bounty. I have to win with 6-4 spades, because when I play my pocket aces, I lose. So I have to be unpredictable to the artificial intelligence system, so they can't predict how I play. Get pocket aces, I lose. Pocket queens, I lose. 6-4 spades, I win. And I guarantee, I'd be willing to bet $1 million that I lose. Oh, what was the situation? My mind just got hacked. They just hacked my brain, so I forgot exactly what I was going to say. What scenario do I lose the most in? I forget. I'll recall. I like winning 10 deuce with 10 deuce, tribute to Doyle Brunson. He made the hand famous when he won the World Series of Poker twice with it. What's this guy doing? Okay, Shiny Poker's been playing pretty tight, so when they go all in, chances are they have it. Doesn't mean I won't call, because I have lots of chips, but when they go all in, chances are they're going to have a strong hand. They've been really patient. So second out of 29 remaining, 62 entries, 10,689 average stack, and $125.90 going to first. I only ever worry about average stack because then you're still in the hunt. When if you focus on chip leader, unless there's a prize for being chip leader, then focus on it. But if there's no prize for chip leader, don't even worry about becoming chip leader till you're at the final table. Because the ideal situation for me is to become chip leader when there's 5 players left. Then I can run the table out. Tournament's off breaks. I'm just going to sit down here. I'm better at cash games than I am tournament poker, but I like tournament poker better. Because in a cash game, you just have to be the best at the table. In a tournament, you have to be the best at more entrance. So it's more challenging. Especially when there's thousands of players. Then it's really fun. I played in it was a play money tournament, but I came 5th out of 1,467. And it was really fun once it got to the final 40, final 100 players, because everybody was playing really good. It was really solid play, because even though it was play money, it was we were playing for it took about 4 hours, the tournament. So even though it's play money, when you play that long, you're playing seriously. Maybe not 100% serious because it's play money, but you're playing serious enough. And it helps you gain experience playing with big stacks. Like when I came 5th, I think the most we started with 500 or 5,000 chips. And the most I had was 700,000. I got 25 bounties, at least. But unfortunately, I could only record. It's definitely worth watching. I think it's number 74 or something like that. Chris MeyerDiggins Poker is number 74. But there was 4 pivotal hands, the last one being one of them. But there was 3 situations where I had at least a straight, and 2 of them I made solid folds, and 1 you would have to see. And both times I folded, I was right. I would have been busted, basically. That's the key to winning any big poker tournament. It's sure getting the big pots, but it's making the critical folds. Okay, I don't believe you. I think he's on a hard draw. I think he has the heart or the queen, so I'm just going to check. So that worked out. Oh, if you're a new player, I don't recommend playing fast poker. If somebody's playing really fast against you, be careful. It's so easy to get off balance and lose. If they're playing really fast poker against you, chances are they're a better player than you. So take your money and run, basically. Oh, you hit the 9. That was brutal. I thought he was making a play. Good luck me. Oh, kings. That was brutal. That was a tad frustrating. Good luck me. I'll lose. So I lost big with pocket aces. Ace queen. Lost the coin flip. Won with 6-4. This site is a joke. That's why I only ever put 20 bucks on at a time. 30 sometimes to play in the $30 tournament. But they'll never get serious money out of me because it's a joke. It's too rigged. They have a hand history on here, and I know I don't win 80% of the time with my pocket aces. So I'm going to prove it in court one day and sue them for a lot of money. I'm going to try to bankrupt them. Once I prove it, I'm going to try to create a class action lawsuit so everybody bankrupts them. It's predictable. It happens every time. It's going to happen again. It's unlikely I'll finish in the money. I'm going to play phenomenal, but it's unlikely I'll finish in the money. In this tournament so far, it's pretty weak. It's only a $20 tournament. I'm pretty much manhandling the tournament, but I'm getting unlucky with the hands that I need to win with. I'm pretty suspicious of that bet, so I'm going to plant a seed. I'm suspicious of her call, though. I'm hoping to improve. Nice bet, so he most likely has it. Call, call, call. She has the king, she's calling. No, she didn't call with the king. She's playing solid poker. She must not have had a good kicker. And that was for a lot of chips, though. I want to see one more card. So I got lucky there with a hand that most people don't play. Most people play their pocket aces, ace queen, their tens, strong hands. I forget, oh, the flip. I forget how I lost with the coin flip. I forget that one exactly. But most people play those hands. They don't win with the hands that I'm winning with. Oh, I bet $1 million that, oh, I just got hacked again. What are the chances twice when I said I bet $1 million that I'd forget exactly what I was going to say? It happened twice. I'll remember again. But they hack my brain. They cause these bottlenecks in my brain so I forget. I'm going to try to remember. What was it? I seen the stats in my head too. The good thing about my brain is I always do remember eventually. It may take years, but eventually I remember. They hacked my brain so I can't say it on film to prove it in the future, so I gotta try to remember it. And it's beautiful too because I know I could prove it in the future, so I have to remember. I'm in the tournament, so I should have at least an hour to recall. No insta call, so that's good. What scenarios do I lose the most in? Well, I know I'd bet $1 million that when I have a flush on the turn, they hit their full house against me more than the 10% that they should. I'd bet $1 million on that easily. And PokerStars, I'll be able to look at that in the future. Easily, I could bet $1 million on that. Because you're so confident when you have the nut. It's usually the nut flush too. You're so confident because you have the nut flush, you have them ensnared, and then they get lucky and they hit their 4-outer usually sometimes. Sometimes it's a straight, they're gut shot against me. No, I guess it wouldn't be a straight if I have a flush, but sometimes they, I'll have two pair or a set. They'll hit their gut shot, I'll put them all in for all their chips, and they hit their 4-outs. So I know I'd bet another $1 million that they hit their gut shots against me more than statistically possible. I'd bet $10 million on that. And I'd bet $10 million that they hit flushes against me way more than statistically possible. And straights against me way more than statistically possible. They're open-ended straights. I put them in bad situations and they always hit. Because I played so many hands, I'm getting so experienced. I know how to pressure people. I know how to read them. I'll try to put people on 2 different cards. The exact 2 cards this video. I almost did. I put him on ace 10 or ace king. He had ace 10, so I put him on 1 card. But I'm gonna try to put him on 2 cards. His exact 2 cards. And I can sometimes, just based on how people play. Because I played probably 750 to 800,000 real money hands, and I must have played at least 2 to 3 million. I'd say 2 million play money hands. I played a lot of tournaments for a couple years and I'd go deep in the tournaments. Quite often. The biggest tournaments I've won, I came first out of 8,000, first out of 1,500 twice. And then most recently I came 5th out of 1467. I've came 4th out of 2,700. So I'm really good at tournament poker. But I'm better at cash money poker. But I love that you could leave the game. Like if I didn't feel like playing now and I'm at a cash table, I could leave at any point in time. I love that in cash games. In tournaments, you're kind of stuck there. Which is fine because you join the tournament and anticipating that you're going to be stuck there. But then all of a sudden somebody shows up or you feel like going to the store, doing something, you're stuck in the tournament. Because really, it's more profitable to be a cash game player because you could, online especially, you could turn your $100 into $500 within a couple minutes and then leave and be up $400. Whereas in a tournament, to make the same $400, it might take you 2 hours of solid play. But for me, it's more fun. I like competing against more players. Like the more players in the tournament, the better for me. If I could play in a tournament with 100,000 players and win, that would be phenomenal. Based on merit. With real odds, I'd love it. See, I'm winning these hands with 10-4. I don't know the worst hand that I've won a hand with, but I'm winning these. Well, 6-4 I won. That was pretty brutal hand, and I won with it. And I'm gonna see a flop. If I caught any piece of that flop, I would have called it. Going for the bounty. This thing about bounty tournaments, once I have a chip lead, I'm pretty liberal with the guy that has the 36-34. If he would have jammed all in and nobody called, I would have called with my 5 deuce of clubs here, because I have the chips too, so I'd go for the bounty. So I get lots of bounties too. Except for in $20 and $30 tournaments, I always lose. You gotta win pots when nobody expects you to. 5 deuce. Hopefully somebody's watching this video keeping score with how terrible hands I win with versus the good hands that I should win with and I end up losing lots with. For every one of my videos, and I guarantee you that I have to be in the top 10% in the world. That percentage, whatever that percentage is, I'd bet $1 million that I'm in the top 10% in the world, because I know it's being rigged against me. All you have to do is watch every one of my videos, keep track, a plus minus column, good hands, we'll say mediocre hands, average hands, good hands, and determine my win-loss rating based on that. And I guarantee you I'm winning a lot with poor hands, mediocre hands, and I'm losing higher than average with strong hands. I'd bet it all. I'd bet $100 million. If I had $100 million right now, I'd bet it all on that. Guaranteed. If I had $1 billion, I'd bet $1 billion. I'm conservative, so I wouldn't risk my entire world wealth, but I know that's the case. Like this, I'm likely to lose, so I'm gonna try to get folds pre-flop. None of these weekends. If I would have slow played it, he would have ended up beating me because I had kings. So I had aces, I lost. I had kings, I won 180 chips. Ace queen, I lost the flip. Winning with mediocre hands, I won at least 25K with terrible hands and winning the situations. If I would have made the move on the river, I still would have lost. Doesn't mean I can't win with 7 deuce, because the computer system isn't expecting me to play it, so I have a better chance of winning. Not this time anyways. If you're a new player, don't play king or queen jack. It's a terrible hand. If you flop a queen, chances are there's a king or an ace. You have a lower pair. It only gets you in trouble. Sometimes you do make straights with them, however. But doesn't mean you can't win. I think this guy's making a play here. So he quite possibly had it since he did re-raise. Not always. I should have jammed. But I think most likely he had the ace. And quite possibly the 6 at that point. So all I could do is try to give him confidence to make a similar play against me and then trap him. You got to pivot with your table image. So I won with 9-7. Lost with aces, lost with kings, lost with ace queen, lost the flip. It's because the government in my country is trying to stop me from being famous. They have a censorship bill. So very few people see these videos that I make. Even though I put out quality poker videos every video, very few people see them. And I only get better with every video. Because every day I try to get better as a player. Every 1,000 hands I try to improve. So I may have gotten rivered. I'm just going to call, see one more card. I had a feeling he had the king and possibly the ace. Once seeing the 4, I was hoping to get lucky. If I got the 6, I was gonna possibly get all his chips. If the 6 would have came, I probably would have. He would have had top pair. I probably would have stacked him. gotta try to, if you want to get bounties, you gotta try to sneak in with curveball hands. Because it's easier to put people on solid hands. Jack 4, so I'm winning with Jack 4, so have a mediocre hand here, so I'm probably gonna lose. So I'll play cautiously. I think he's weak, so I'm raising. I don't think he's weak. I think that's the guy I'm worried about. See, this guy, I expected him to fold, but it was the other guy. So I have to fold because I only have 2 outs basically. That usually, well, once again I lost with, it was only 7s that time, but it's a hand that does win usually. More often than Jack 4. Again, I didn't get the bounty. Pretty much the MO for this poker site. What did he have? What terrible hand did he have that beat? Well, I guess it's not that bad. It was a flip pre-flop. But that's 2 flips I lost so far. It'd be alright if the luck averaged out, but it never does. I lose. I bet $1 million that I lose way more flips on Poker Stars than I win. Way more than the 50%. Because I usually only go in when I have the pair. So most of the time I'm the slight favorite. And when I do go in pre-flop, and very rarely do I go in. Well, I guess often enough, but maybe not too often, but where I have a lower pocket pair. I almost never go all in pre-flop with pocket deuces to pocket 9s. Unless I have lots of chips. Nice bet. They're playing pretty good. Let's see. Good luck me. Yeah, I'm gonna lose. I didn't lose. And I got a bounty. Awesome. I didn't lose. I'm shocked when I didn't lose. Watch any of my videos. I'm expecting to lose, and typically I do. So when I don't lose, I'm more shocked when I have them. When I have them dominated like that, I'm more shocked when I win. I'd bet another $1 million that I lose to Ace Queen when I have Ace King more than statistically possible. And it's not just PokerStars, it's every site that I play on. Like this one site, it has webcams that you can see on for your phone. And I sat down with 5 million chips, and I worked my way up to over 400 million chips. I was gonna go up to 1 billion. It was getting too easy. I got bored. I left. And then, so I checked out my winning stat percentage, and it was a 6-handed table. So the odds of winning are 16% based on luck. So at this point, I looked at my odds of winning. It was 31%. I was winning 31% of the time, almost double luck. And then over the next 300 hands, my luck or my winning percentage dropped down 9% after I noticed it. And on a real money website, my winning percentage, 5-handed, which luck is 1 in 5, so 20%. My winning percentage was 32% after 8,000 hands. I've now played 28,000 hands. I'm a better player because I played 20,000 more real money hands. So I'm a better player. And my winning percentage now is 27.5% after I cashed out on this website. Before I cashed out, I was at 32%. After I cashed out, when it was looking like I was going to be able to cash out at least weekly, my luck has dropped considerably. Because you should see in this video, I consistently outplay people, but I consistently get unlucky. Because so far this tournament's easy for me. I'm trying, but I don't have to try my best. Until you get deep in the tournament, then it gets interesting. Until you're in the money, in any tournament you're in, it's pretty weak. You could be playing against even pros, the top 100 pros. At first, the weaker pros get eaten alive by the more seasoned pros. Once you get in the money, final table, nice bet. Nice bet. Once you get in the final table, even in this tournament, it's going to get more interesting because people are more seasoned. They're not calling with weaker hands. Like I'm hoping Sly Angus calls with some weak. So I lost with the aces, won 180 chips with kings, won nothing with jacks, basically. Lost 2 flips. One with jack 4, one with 6-4. The only reason why I'm in this tournament is skill. I should have been knocked out already. again, if you're a new player, don't play this, because see, like, I can't really tell how strong my hand is because there's an overcard. So this guy could easily be trapping me. So now it's like almost going into cold water. You got to ease in. As a male, once you get past your groin area, you're all right. See, I don't want to give him a card for free in case he's on the flush draw. If he jams, chances are I'm beat. Okay, so he might have the flush, or I think he has a low ace. I'm saying E6, E7. So he was on the flush draw. But you got to play conservative. Hopefully he jams right here. Hopefully he calls. So it kind of indicates to me that he's weak if he only calls most of the time. And I'll lose this flip. And I lost another flip. So that's 3 flips I've lost so far. Kinger's playing pretty good, pretty solid poker. They're playing tight, but they're playing good. I didn't want to see any more cards there. I'm probably going to lose this hand, so I'm trying to play it cautiously. If not, it's going to be a small pot, because I had 2 pair. Flop 2 pairs, so it had to be a small pot or I would lose. If I had even remotely close to legitimate luck, I'd be almost invincible in poker. And I'm not just saying that. All you have to do is watch my videos. I made almost 80 videos now, so I back it out with my performance. Because once COVID started, I needed a hobby, so I started playing poker again. So I'm going to call the 413 to go for the bounty and the gut shot. It's unlikely I'll hit it, but... This is a pretty disappointing hand. Doesn't mean you can't win with it though. Hopefully somebody's keeping score how many times I won when I didn't even have a pair. Compared to hands that I most likely should have won and lost. If you may never play low suited cards like this, I got lots of chips. Unless you have lots of chips. If you're one of the chip leaders, then you could speculate. But even if I make a flush, like, chances are there's a higher flush, so I'd have to be cautious. I'm hoping to outplay them. That's the only reason why I'm playing this. I just happen to have a flush draw now. So I got enough chips all to found my blind. But you never hope. You almost never get lucky when you defend your blind. At least I don't. I'd bet another $1 million that when I defend my blind with a poor hand, I never hit the flop. Not never. I'd say 80% of the time I miss. I'd bet $1 million on that. Okay, Kinger, I gotta be suspicious. And the heart came, so I think I lost it on the river, so I'm just gonna check. So I got lucky there. I was out-kicked by the 3 of a kind and I didn't lose, which is rare. Didn't win either. But the most important thing is I didn't lose. So I'm just continuing to chip up with nothing. So if you like how I played and you're interested in sponsoring me, endorsing me, or making a donation, my PayPal email address is christianerikarnemeyer@gmail.com. Let's see, maybe I'll... Oh, the Sly Angus only has 1,500 chips, so he's likely to call. So really, I can't bluff without anybody seeing my cards, so I'm gonna fold. Oh, he folded. Generally, when somebody's low in a pot, they get pot committed. So if you're bluffing, it's kind of a good time to either not go in the pot, like fold pre-flop, if the little guy's in the pot, because your cards are going to be seen most likely. And unless you want to be known as a bluffer, it's alright to be known as a bluffer and then play tight. You get some action that way. So that's alright. At least I didn't win much with Ace King, but I didn't lose. I had Ace King 3 times now, and I won. Well, I got a bounty once, which was awesome, and then the other 2 times were lackluster, but I didn't lose. That's the main thing. So chances are next time, if I do get it again next time, chances are I'm gonna lose. So I'll depends on the situation, how many hands I won in a row, how frequently I've been playing, how often the other guy's been playing, the size of the bet, the size of the blinds. So I never know how I'm going to play because the situation always changes. So it is an Ace King, but it's Ace Jack. So this is the scenario basically where it's unlikely that this hand's going to hold up. It most likely will lose. So I'm trying to win pre-flop. So I have to try to win it. So that's good. I got a couple bets out of him. I might have won. I might have had the best hand. But I could have had any 2 cards there and still won that hand. So really the Ace Jack, the only good thing about it is it allowed me to raise pre-flop. That's all the Ace Jack did for me. It was skill after the flop. Everything after that was basically me. I could have had any 2 cards and I won the pot. What rank? Okay, I'm 4th. Good. I don't want to be 1st too soon. So there's 29 people remaining, 92 entries, 15,862 average stack, $156.26 going to 1st. And there's over $1,600 in the prize pool, so that's nice. Kinger's due for a win against me, so I'm gonna fold. I want to make a play against him, but I'm gonna fold. I've won probably 3-4 pots off him, so he's due to get a win against me. Good luck me. Nice. I got a bounty. And I came from behind after missing the flop. Even though I put him in as a dog, I came from behind, which is awesome. I rarely do that. I'd bet $1 million that I rarely come from behind. Way less than statistically possible. My entire game is based on skill. If you watch this video, watch all 80 videos that I made. My game is based on skill. Because I make my decisions after results, so I'm not basing it on future luck, most likely. Most of the time. It's all results. I'm gonna go for the bounty and see if I come from behind. Oh, he had aces. But I had enough chips. I assumed I was behind, but I thought maybe I had the best hand pre-flop, and I would either hit on the turn or the river. But he had pocket aces, nice. But for me, it was worth it to go for the bounty because sometimes you do come from behind, and I've been chipping up. I earned 7K bluffing like I did right now, so I wasn't worried about the 5K because my skill, I'm gonna get it back. It would have been different if I would have had pocket aces again. We went all in pre-flop. I would have thought I'm gonna get unlucky and lose, but I don't mind losing a little bit of. It's like a roller coaster. I like playing lots of hands in tournaments, and so I chip up, and then where I get a profit, where I speculate more, and I'll chase bounties in situations where I know I'm behind, because sometimes you come from behind and win in poker. Because sometimes the guy, when he went in with the aces, they make that same play with ace 6, ace 7. I could have had him dominated. It was unlikely. I thought had to come from behind. I thought he had the jack. But I thought once the turn and river came that it would hold up. But it didn't. So currently fourth with 3 KOs, 19,166 stack, $156.26. Okay, now Mr. 54K came up to the table, and he has position over me. So we'll have to see how he plays. Might be the easiest 54K I get, or it could be brutal. It's kind of we're so early in the tournament that I'm one of the chip leaders and he's one of the chip leaders. All you've ever be. He wouldn't have made that play if he did. That was the only contentious thing, is if he hit the 10 on the river. That play worked every single time almost, unless they hit the 10. Very rarely do they call in that scenario when they don't have anything in BB. It happens, but very rarely. This is a weekend if you're a new player, but I think he might be making a play. But what's this guy doing? See, if this guy wasn't in the pod, I'd probably play it a little stronger than what I'm playing now. If that guy wasn't in the pot, the big stack, I would have jammed on the flop and put the guy all in, and I would have got the bounty. But he made, what did he call with? He has so many chips that he could call anything. But it was a brutal call, really. He had 5-6. He called 3K with a gut shot. So that's good. Now I know that he's playing pretty loose. So the poker tournament basically brought the big guy to the table to keep me from bullying the table. Because I had over 30K, so I could pressure. I could bet 2K on the flop. It doesn't mean anything to me, so unless you have a strong hand, you're not going to call most likely. This happens every tournament I play. Big tournaments. I get a chip lead. Then they bring me sometimes to a table with 2-3 other big chip players, so it can no longer bully the table. And they usually I lucked out this time. Usually the big stack is to my left when this happens. Sometimes to my right. It's not as bad when he's to my right. I could dominate him usually. But when the big stack's on your left, you have to play it more cautiously because they always react after you most hands. I don't think he has the queen. That was the first time he made a big play like that, even though he was on the button, so it was suspicious. Gonna try to steal the blinds here. He has so many chips he could call with anything. So hopefully I get lucky. Because he's willing to call a 3K bet with a gut shot, so... I'm gonna see one more card. I think he completely missed the flop. I went this far, so I'm gonna chase the gut shot.